Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and I said back then that I would make an errors video for like Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World, and of course Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5. Sorry. So, yeah, I did say that, and I'm just now starting to bring this to you. The reason why I'm deciding to do this now is because there will not be any motivation if I decide to keep it going that way. So I'm gonna have this right here, and I'm gonna read like what's all that's missing, like what's a continuity error. So okay, under missing characters for Boy Meets World, there's Stacy Hunter, who is Sean's sister, and she was only mentioned in Corey's alternative friend. Nebula Stop the War Lawrence. Topanga's older sister appears only in She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not. And after that, she was never to be seen again. So we don't know if she like passed away or what. Jason Martin, Eric's best friend, disappears after the two prepared for the SATs in season 2. And then there's Eddie, introduced to the Pink Flamingo Kid as Sean's half brother, but never makes an appearance after that, nor is he ever mentioned. He, however, is not biologically related to Sean. Mrs. Stachino appears briefly in New Friends and all, but is never seen or mentioned again. Mr. Jonathan Turner simply disappears following his motorcycle accident in season 4, though it is later revealed that he survived. His best friend, Mr. Eli Williams, and love interest, Miss Catherine Tompkins, also leave without explanation after season 3. Well, okay, I'm going to explain Mr. Eli Williams. See, the reason why we don't see him after a while is because he's actually teaching a grade that Corey Topanga and Sean has already passed. So that's why we don't see that's why we don't see Mr. Williams in any of those episodes after that. Frankie's sister only mentioned briefly when Frankie, paranoid, asks Joey if he's saying he likes her in the uninvited. And changing backstory, skipping years. Originally, Corey, Sean, and Topanga were part of the graduating class of 2000, appearing in sixth grade in the 1993-1994 school year. This was stated in the episode Class Pre-Union when Finney tells the class they will be the graduating class of 2000. And a banner displayed at the class reunion also reads, "Welcome back, class of 2000." However, the characters graduate high school as the class of 1998 in the episode Graduation, somewhere between entering 7th grade in the fall of 94 in the episode Back to School, and starting 11th grade in the fall of 1996 in the episode I Ain't Gonna Spray Lettuce No More. The characters skip 2 years. In early season 3, Mr. Turner calls Sean a 15-year-old kid, which is the average age for a 9th or 10th grade student. I was 16 when I was a freshman. Although, well, I mean, I did start at the age of 15, but I turned 16 in like the second semester, so that's obviously right. Eric and Jack enter college at the beginning of season 5 when Corey, Sean, and Topanga are seniors in high school and graduate at the end of season 7 when, according to Mr. Feeney in 7 The Hard Way, Corey, Sean, and Topanga are sophomores in college. Therefore, Jack and Eric have only been in college for 3 years when they graduate. While this is possible, it is unlikely considering Jack and especially Eric's academic histories. Yeah, that is kind of like a bothersome type thing because when when uh, sorry uh, when throat problem. Um, so, see, the reason why this makes no sense is because when Corey was in the 6th grade, his brother Eric was in the 10th grade. So that's 4 years apart, which means by 8th grade, that would be when Eric graduates. Because by the time Corey would be in eighth grade, he would be a senior, then he'd be out, and then he'll be in college. And if he's there for 4 years, then Corey and Eric should have never ended up in the same college at the same time. Let's see, Corey and Topanga. Corey's explanation of when he fell in love with Topanga changes from when she kissed him and Corey's alternative friends to when they were catching fireflies as kids to when they were playing at a playground as toddlers. However, this could be explained by young children having notoriously bad memories. In A Long Walk to Pittsburgh Part 2, Corey says Topanga kissed him when he was 13, although at the time, at least in that particular episode, he stated age was 11. The same episode attempts to explain the errors the above statement makes by claiming he went through a girls are icky stage thanks to Eric that he refers to as the lost years ending with Topanga kissing him against the lunker. In Resurrection, Topanga recreates her weird dance from Corey's alternative friends by drawing a heart on her face, then one on Corey to include him. In the original dance, it had been a circle with a cross through it. This is not necessarily an error as Resurrection took place on Valentine's Day and the change may well have been intentional. She also says in the episode that she was teaching Corey the meaning of the poem, when in reality it was her idea for a project about the environment. Okay, yeah, that's true because in one episode, yeah, because in that same episode she was like, no, because no, she was trying to get Cora to understand like the essence was trying to get him to understand the essence behind the poem. That was the whole point. Well, no, because it's supposed to be a school project. That was the thing. Okay, Alan. Alan states several times throughout the show, particularly in Kid Gloves, that he was in the Navy, yet in Family Trees, it is said he was a cook in the Coast Guard, and Eric only thinks he was in the Navy because he's stupid. Both seem to contradict the fact that he and Amy got married soon after high school, starting a family, leaving little time for Alan to have served in either services. Yeah, that yeah, that does contradict things because how could he be either one of those if that's just like little time for him? Amy, in some episodes, Amy works for an art museum. In others she works in real estate. Towards the end, she seems like a homemaker. In fact, Alan mentions that Amy is a homemaker in an early episode. Hmm. Eric. In Truth and Consequences, Eric says he has never dreamed, but he has dreams in other episodes. Eric gets really excited to be on TV in Eric Hollywood, yet he's already been on TV in Stormy Weather and Singled Out. During seasons 1 and 2, Corey and Eric are 4 years apart. Okay, this is what I was explaining before. When Cor- when Corey was in sixth grade, his brother was in 10th grade. But in seasons 3 through 7, Corey and Eric are 2 years apart. So, which means when Corey was a freshman in college, that would put Eric at him being a junior in college. Feeney. And Grandma was a Rolling Stone. Feeney teaches Corey and Sean to cast a fishing line and recites boring stories about fishing. However, in I Ain't Gonna Spray Lettuce No More, he claims not to fish, saying that he only goes camping for romantic getaways. Later in Ain't College Great, he fishes all day with his retired friends. Okay, time for Jack. Jack is devastated when his wretched stepfather cuts him off monetarily in Angela's ashes, yet he had claimed that he worked for all his money in Boy Meets World. Also, he'd been working in the student union for most of season 7, beginning and you light up my union. Janitor Bud. It is possibly a continuity error that Janitor Bud is said to have only one eye, but no effort is made to make this seem so. Joshua. Joshua was born in My Baby Valentine, but he is at least 3 years old when he appears slightly over a year later in Brave New World. He is the same boy Corey in Topanga meet in their hall earlier in the season, and the honeymoon is over. Okay, that's an interesting continuity error. Rihanna Lawrence. Rihanna Lawrence, mother of Topanga, is referred to as Miriam by Corey and Raging Corey, and previously as Chloe. Interesting. Dana Pruitt. Dana says that Sean promised her a Valentine's date 6 months ago in First Girlfriend's Club, even though they hadn't been dating for over a year, which is in season 3. Yeah, yes, that's kind of odd because 6 months ago is like only half a year. And of course, there's changing actors, which has Peter Tork, Michael McKean, and Mark Harlick all portrayed Jedediah Lawrence, Topanga's father, and Attila and Marcia Cross both portrayed Rihanna Lawrence, Topanga's mother, and then Leslie Nixay and Lindsay Ridgway both portrayed Morgan Matthews. And then there's Denny McNutty and Kenny Johnson, who both portrayed Harley Kiner. And that's about it for that. And the only error I can think of from Girl Meets World is where Topanga tells her daughter about the time when uh, she and Corey when she and Corey were catching fireflies. Yeah, they said in that episode she said they were 8 years old when they did that. But in Boy Meets World, Corey state doesn't say that they were 8 years old. He actually says they were like 4 or 5 years old. So something's off about that statement in Girl Meets World. And that's about it for the continuity errors for Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World. That was a long video because I was reading all the continuity errors for Boy Meets World. But that's about it. I'm going to have to try to see if I can get this uploaded because this is going to take a long time because I don't have the best internet and this video is almost 19 minutes long. So next So the next video, I am going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5 errors. There's not very many, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.